I'm going to explain to you how to sand and show you some different types of sandpaper. So these are the sandpapers, and they are emery paper, which means they're used for metal and they're quite fine. So the types of gauge we have, or grit, is we have 400, and that's coarse, and then 600, which is less coarse, and 1200, which is really fine, and it can produce almost finished work, almost shined work. Now, the sandpaper can be on a flat board, sanding boards, which is really handy if you want to get a flat surface just by rubbing on it and rubbing along it. They can be on small boards, and this is labelled as 400. If they're stapled, you just avoid the staples, and that allows you to get into different grooves of your work. So you might have some intricate designs, and you can use the corner of the board to get into that area. So they're the kinds of sandpaper that we use for metal, and we would start off with the coarsest, which is 400, then go to 600, then go to 1200. Now on the back of this board is some very coarse sandpaper, which is actually wood sandpaper, but sometimes we use that because we do use wood in metal, and sometimes we might use that for resin. But this is not really for metal, it's for wood and resin, and the emery paper here is for use for metal. And it's important to get as many scratches as you can off before you do your final polish. So it requires sitting down and being a bit patient and just gradually polishing. So that's your sandpapers.